Well met.
Hello.
Well met, my lord. Hail!
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite. Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Nerina Cavain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone. The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass. Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass? Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil, but their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea. Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone. If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. May the path ahead be free of danger.
What is it, sir? What are you looking for? The castle is to the west, the chapel and houses to the south, and guilds and shops to the north. I've heard that Jantis Brolis is skilled with both magic and steel. Be seeing you.
How goes it?
One more coin. I was at Olav's earlier, and I ran into this Dunmer named Raynil Dralas. After a round or two, he told me he was an honest-to-goodness vampire hunter. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Blessings of Akatosh upon ye.
Now go ahead, please. The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Be seeing you.
What's this about?
Please leave me be.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Raynil Dralis will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but we'll see. Get away from... Remark, what a wonderful compliment. You're wasting your breath. Is that so? Ugh, what goodness. What can I say? What a great... What a wonder... You can't... Ugh. What? No, you're not funny. Not even a little bit, all right? I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynil Dralis, we may have never uncovered the truth. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. The vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynil arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. Feel free to question anyone in town. They should not give you too much trouble.
Excuse me.
Perhaps you can help me. I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Raynil Dralis. The guards seemed to know about Raynil, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. It's all that Raynil character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. I'm listening. Every little bit. I know I sound desperate, but I...
Oh, you're back.
Hello.
So, I'm sure Erlene is very upset. Her accusations that Raynor is lying is not surprising. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene, but we have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynor is what he says he is. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely. Keep up the,
Excuse me.
Good
Hello.
work, I suppose.
Good to see you.
I'm here to relieve...
You get any closer, and I'll turn your bones to ash. Back off. I have no time for your pathetic attempts at small talk.
May I help you?
Hello! What can I do for you to... I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. When I heard Raynor killed him, I didn't know what to think. I usually don't give out that kind of information. Yes? Well, thank you. How kind. Raynor's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. I always liked Brayden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. What can I do? Galaborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Hello.
So, any new... How'd you know about that? The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Galaborn was killed by Raynor not too long ago. What do you mean you disagree? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. I heard no mention of a key either. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city.
It's you. Hi.
Who will help an old beggar?
I'm listening.
I ran into some...
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynor was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Galaborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynor doesn't know we're after him. You're my only hope at the moment. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Please hurry.
Greetings.
What news do you bring? Long ago, I made a promise to Brayden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Brayden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Brayden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Brayden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word, Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Brayden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? Justice has been done. Good day. I'm glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Justice has been done.
Any time now.
have made a long and perilous journey, but there is no time to rest. The army of Raymond is at our doorstep, and our supplies have dwindled. We have awaited your arrival. Lies. You'll taste my steel, Raymond dog! Die, care! Yeah!
I hope you bring good news. Have you recovered the Madstone? I never thought it possible. I mean, I had hoped. But to actually hold it in my hands. Oh, it's more beautiful than I imagined it. Congratulations. I had a feeling you were the right person for the job. This Akaviri ring was found with the messenger's diary. It awards the wearer with increased agility and resistance to harmful magic. It's known as the Ring of the Viper Eye. I hope it serves you well in your future journeys. It's a matter of trust. All right. See? Was that hard? I've been looking for just the right owner for a special home I have. It's a quaint little house conveniently located just off the main gate. Wonderful. As I said, it's located right by the main gate. I've had a look at the place myself, and it could use some furnishings inside. I'm fairly certain that Cyrodiil at Nova Roma here in Bruma can acquire the things you'll need to make it look like home. May luck be always on your side.
Hello!
Greetings to you.
Hail. I'm Cyrodiil, proud owner of Nova Roma. Can I interest you in some of my wares? You've made a good bit of gold. You're trying to drive me out of business. A pleasure to serve you. Be seeing you.
Hail, friend. Most people just call me the Grey Prince. Ah, so... Yes, I grew up here in the late when the... You've returned, please.
I'm a gladiator. It's not very often I get to call somebody that. You're doing the blue team proud, kid. Now go kill somebody before I get all weepy. Listen up. This next match is an outrage, but there's nothing I can do about it. They're Argonian prisoners brought here from Black Marsh. I don't know what crimes they committed, but it's your life or their freedom.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. It looks like the yellow team has pulled a fast one by replacing their combatant with 3 Argonian prisoners. This should be interesting.
Supposed to be impressed. Just warming up, you pathetic worm. Yeah.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the
Busy man. The yellow team surprised even me with that match. 3 against 1. I guess they didn't know who they were dealing with, huh? Well done. You ain't gonna stop until you hit champion, are you? After that last match, this one should feel like a vacation. One Khajiit in a heavy raiment, probably with a sword. Nothing you can't handle.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You almost have to feel bad for the yellow team's Khajiit, for the blue team's gladiator is a combatant you know and love. Let's see how they fare.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Victory will be mine. Let's go.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant.
You showed that cat whose claws are sharper, eh? I would expect no less. What's a gladiator without an arena to fight in? So get up there and start cracking some skulls. The next one's a Breton. He looks like a bit of a dandy, but he's deadly with a blade. He has more experience than you, so be prepared.
You did it! You made it to gladiator rank, same as me. Here's to a long, successful career, my friend. Farewell, my friend. May your blade always strike true and firm.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You've prayed for it, and these combatants have bled for it. A high-stakes advancement match. Let's see who has... what it takes to be your new... hero!
Do your worst.
Yeah.
Die. Die, damn you. Why won't you die?
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue...
By defeating that Breton, you've secured your advancement. It's been a long time since I've said this, but congratulations, hero. You're about to face off against the best the Yellow Team has to offer. Get a move on.